Good afternoon, congregation. How the devil are you? I can't hear myself, but I think you can hear me. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Made by my own fair hands. BBC has Christian music. Yes, it does. So light up the fire. Come on. We loved it, right? Just takes me back to a simpler time when people were nice and shame was all around. Um, Loved it, didn't you? Did you love it? I loved it. Thoroughly enjoyed my childhood. Think it was much easier than childhoods in 2025. Have to be honest. Wish I'd taken my children to some sort of community somewhere a million miles away. Um, Look, I I was going to play. I think I might have it actually. Give me oil in my lamp. Can you remember? Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna. Anyway, um, let's talk about that light topic, the light topic of Islam versus transgenderism. Which do you think is worse? Which will kill us faster? Which is more successful in taking away women's rights? Can you think of a single culture or country that's been improved by Islam? No, I can't either. Very, very dangerous. I just want to answer something because I wanted to do this. I've been so busy. I haven't even been able to do a live. It's been insane. And I've had other things occupying my head, namely insane, batshit, crazy narcissists. But let's deal with them one at a time. Let's deal with them one at a time. Um, so I specifically want to talk about women and girls, and I want to warn you all about the Red Green Alliance and Iran. But before I do that, there was a woman on Mum's Up. In fact, she deleted her post. Uh, Someone put both are worse. Yeah, you're probably right. Um, Look, if you want to buy a Mary Turfmas jumper printed by me, each one will be different because some of these little diamantes, there's both red and let's do the old. Do you remember when I used to shine a light on my own breasts? I'm going to do that right now. Look at that. Look. Come on. Who else is making merch like this? No one. So there's little red ones as well. So each of your Christmas jumpers will be made by me. And if that's not enough for you to part with cash, there won't be a single one that is the same. Not one. They're all different. So let me show you just how wonderful they are, and you can buy yourself one. They're limited. They're a limited edition. So this is how I fund everything I do. So let me just take it to the side. Oh, there we go. Oh, for some reason I haven't got the roundness, which is that's better, isn't it? Put it a bit round. So Mary Turfmas jumper, get yourself one of those. If there are a couple of pink ones left, but they sold out really, really quickly. Or you could also get yourself a cream one. Again, it will just have a little something special just for you. It says Mary Turfmas here, and then you've just got sparkly arms. I know. So it won't be identical. So if you get one for yourself, even, you won't have two the same. I know, it's great. Amazing. And that, I just love it. I love it. So I can't tell you how much I love it, but it's a lot. And it's nice and subtle. It's not in your face. It's not going to ruin anyone's Christmas. If that's too rich for your liking, you can get a turf bundle, which is a little suffragette bundle, which is a scarf and a badge and a trolley token. I'm putting as many of these bundles together as possible. If you want something cheap and cheerful for a Christmas gift, get yourself a little bag holder. Um, Look, if you don't like the sales, then you don't like activism because I can't do it without. So that's a little turf pin. Um, there's other little cheapy things. So we've got turf badges, a little turf island pin, or a little turf island trolley token. Lovely for a stocking. Or if you want a crazy bargain, oh, don't forget the bigot bracelet because they are divine. Um, or you can get yourself a bundle, which is a hoodie, a badge, a scarf, a flag, and a trolley token. That is dirt cheap. I don't know how else to say it. Um, and also you save on postage because it's all at once. I will be doing another few little bits of sales over the next however many weeks there are till Christmas. And then finally, today is the last day to get yourself a black tracksuit with a variety of decals on them, a sparkly female with a sparkly F, or there's the Venus symbols, or you can get that in ivory. I'll tell you what's really nice. There's ivory with capri, which is a really lovely blue diamante Venus, and you get that on both, like the black one. You get that on both the top and the trousers, or you could go for something khaki. So keep warm without spending all your money on electricity. But to go back to this, come on, people. Look at that. Look. It's so glamorous. It's so me. Wear me. You'll enjoy it. It's great. Anyway, but there was a few weeks ago, there was a woman writing on Mumsnet, and it was about what do I do? There's a trans identified male. And I want to answer these questions because I feel that often people don't know what to say. And I'm just going to tell you this is what I did and this is what I would do. And you are in a position of power as a parent, more so than your child, because actually once your daughter goes to school and the man in front of her is pretending to be a girl, and then in addition to that, all of her friends are going to pretend to go along with it or go along with it, and they're all going to do competitive nice wokeness. So you've got to do a few things. Number one, you have to tell your daughter that actually this is not her hill to die on, and she doesn't have to go along with anything, and you are going to fight this particular battle for her, because that's what you should do as her parent. That's your battle to fight. Now, if she's like me, I would have done that myself at school, and I wouldn't have really cared about who went along with me, right? But that's not normal. That's not normal. That's potentially a sociopath. Um, so what I recommend is that you lovely people, you do it. And if you live with your child's dad, if you're still together as a couple, or if you get on well, or if he's at all involved, if he's just not an asshole who's just disappeared into the ether, then I would strongly recommend that he goes, right? If not both of you, just him. And dad phones up or dad goes into school and dad says, in no uncertain terms, will his daughter be taught by a man who wears his fetish to school? And I would be asking questions about what that man is allowed to do, what the children have to call him. Are they going to force your daughter to lie? And I want you to practice. I want you to practice these things, right? These things are this: looking somebody directly in the face, really directly in the eyes, when you use words like penis, fetish, autogynephile, gaslighting, bullying, lying, dishonest. So you might want to say something like, I am deeply concerned that what the school is doing is endorsing a man to come to school in his fetish wear, and that the school doesn't have an understanding of safeguarding. And I want to know how you are going to look after the safety, dignity, and privacy of my daughter whilst this man comes into school dressed in a fetish? Like, I've just been silent for about 3 seconds. How long does that feel? Okay. So that's what you need to do. Or you say, "Are you comfortable with lying to children?" Right? Because they are. Um, are you why do you think this man is compelled to come to school in fetish attire? What are you saying to children about this man? Are you saying that he is now a woman? What do you think the impact is on children when you lie to them or you tell them, "My daughter will not, under any circumstances, be referring to that man as a woman. How are you going to look after the interests of my daughter? Not going along with this obscene cult." Like, you really have to look those people in the eye and you have to structure your questions in a way that you like, there's a number of things, right? There's a number of things with this. Number one, you might be giving that teacher the tool with which that person can then talk to other staff, right? If you are the parent that breaks the silence on that particular individual, you might find that you open the conversations within that classroom, within the safeguarding team, where they just put their big girl pants on and start talking about this. If you raise a safeguarding concern, you better be prepared to take it all the way through. And I implore you to do that. But trying to endorse the lie at home, trying to make it okay for your daughter to go into an environment where her safeguarding is totally disregarded, I think you are failing your duty as a parent. I think you should have to, you should think about that man, honestly, as if he's a man who pretends to drop pens when your daughter's wearing a skirt under her desk. I think you should treat that man like he is a racist. Because all too often, what we do is we try and make it okay in conversations. And I don't think men do that as much. And I will say to you, do not, under any circumstances, lose your temper, but do hold the fucking line. Because if you don't, who is going to for your child? If your job as a parent is not to go and have a hard conversation, no matter what those teachers will think of you when you leave that room, I don't know what you're for, because that's what you need to do. Um, and I think it's about time that we were all the squeaky wheel. Like, you need to be going and having meetings about what has that man been told? Is that man allowed to go into female changing rooms? Is that teacher allowed to talk to girls? Like, if a girl had an issue, would they be sent to that teacher? And then you have to ask why. You have to say why. Why is that? Like, you've just told me that teacher's a woman. Tell me why my daughter, like, if my daughter was needing sanitary protection or had bled through her pants, and whatever this teacher's name was available, would you recommend my daughter speak to him? And don't capitulate on your language and say that you think he's a man, and just you have to make it really, really awkward. But do not swear. Do not provoke them into being able to make it that you can't come on the school grounds. Have a little recording device in your pocket or have your phone set to record. Now, it is not illegal if it's just for your personal use, so you can remember what was said in that conversation, so you can actually take it further to the governors, to the LEA, to Ofsted, to your MP, like, all the way. Every time, all the way. Because that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take someone just going on and on and on and on and on, And if it's not you, do you really even care about your child? Like, if you were the mother of a black child and you were sending that black child to school knowing that there was a teacher who's a genuine white supremacist, pictures of him doing a Nazi salute online, online, definitely belonging to a genuine white supremacist party, would you still be okay about your child going in that classroom? So why would it be any different about a man with a sexual fetish? Why would it mean that you would rather kind of not say anything and be okay with everyone than going in and defending your child? Really, really doesn't make any sense. This is what I did. I went into my children's school. They were going to have someone coming in and talking about gender identity. And I just sat there and I said, no, you're not. They said that gendered intelligence was going to come in. And I just basically said, no, they're not. No, no, they're not. And then you wait. And then they didn't. But I did make other threats, which I basically said that I would email all the parents. So that's what I did. Somebody at my gate. One moment, caller. Actually, have a little video while I'm gone. So the purpose of Let Women Speak today is going to very much be about showing what happens when women speak. I've genuinely never felt so unsafe in my life, ever.
security.
Okay. Oh my God! Thanks so much. Yeah.
Just get us to a police station.
Us.
It'll be fine.
I thought they were going to crush us to death. Oh my God. Ah, sorry about that. Yeah, terrible. New Zealand hasn't changed that much, but we did change the conversation with that. There was a comment the other day in some article I was reading, and it said that I had a badly organized fucking event. Let me just tell you, you silly prick. I had 10 security. We had liaised with police for a long time, and the police decided that they didn't want to come and look after us. So that's what happened. So do piss off with your badly planned. And then someone said, she planned it like that. She wanted it to do that. Yeah, genuinely, I did. I thought if I could just die, it'd be marvelous. Wouldn't it be great for everyone if I could just die, if I could just kind of hit the floor and then my husband and children just, lose me forever. That would be amazing. I would sell so many t-shirts if I was dead. It'd be wonderful. Anyway, so just get yourself. I mean, come on. It's objectively a beautiful thing. Although my office is very, very hot. It's a very warm jumper. It's very, very soft. It's a wonderful thing. Anyway, so that might be about the worst of trans activism as opposed to that I've ever seen. Not including sort of the Antifa mix that you find in America. And there was also some pretty bad stuff in New York, but I think that was actually the worst that we've ever seen in this whole thing, which is weird because New Zealand's got about 3.5 people in it. But when it comes to Islam, which trans activism is paving the way, right? So we've got caliphate marches. Like they might pretend that they're about Palestine and Gaza, but my genuine belief is that they are about a show of strength, and it's predominantly about the rise of Islam and what Islam can do. And almost there's a feeling when Muslims pray in the street that it's a very much like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? And most of us in Britain go, well, nothing. Actually, no. Good for you. Well done. And I just want to say, because sometimes we do get this on here, some people go, well, Christianity is that's pretty bad. Like, I just want to say to you, with all the love of Jesus Christ in the world, fuck off. Like, Christianity is nothing, not even in the most Bible belt bashing, terrible bit of the United States of America. It doesn't come close to Islam. There's not a Christian fearing for their. There are 2 people fearing for their lives in this country, in England. One of them is a fucking teacher who showed a picture of the prophet, maybe, or discussed something. I don't even think he was being offensive, but he'd said something and he's been in hiding. Nobody even talks about him. We had a man who came out of the Turkish embassy or whatever and tried to kill someone for burning the Quran. Like these things, there's almost like when Charlie Hebdo, when the artists and the cartoonists in Charlie Hebdo's building, when that building was stormed and those people were gunned down because they do a satirical that slags off everybody magazine, there were lots of people on the left, like stupid morons, who were like, well, what did they expect? Like, if we honestly think that insulting a religion means that, if we honestly think that insulting Muslims about their religion, that means we are inviting being gunned down, then we have to acknowledge that there is something wrong with Muslims. You do. We have to admit that in order to believe in something like Islam, to follow it, there has to be something wrong with you. Like, or you're indoctrinated from birth. But that indoctrination is like 5 times a day. And I know it's really uncomfortable, but I'm telling you all now, in this country, we are bending our knee to an ideology that will show us no mercy. Like people on the left who are going, oh, you know, brown people, racist, brown people. Oh yeah, but you know, they like really care about their religion, so it's fine if they want to kill you. Like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, you know. Yeah, but that's their religion. Oh, that's their culture. What's their culture? You know, covering women's faces. Cultural. Slicing off the clitoris of a baby girl. You know, it's a cultural thing. Like, you shouldn't really say anything about it. Oh, like religious slaughter. Let me just tell you about halal. So we made our laws a really long time ago, and I think the same of kosher. So this is not specific. We made our laws a long time ago about how we humanely slaughter our animals. Now, whether we do or not slaughter animals humanely, whether that's even a thing that's possible, is another issue. But when it comes to, we made the rule. Like, let's say the rule is that we say 3 Hail Marys and we stun our animal with a bolt to the head, and then we slice them and we hang them up. And we've decided, rightly or wrongly, that that is the nicest way to kill an animal. Why is it now that we've said, oh, well, that's the nicest way. That's the legal way. If you're like British, Christian, whatever, that's the way we slaughter animals. Except we don't think it's as bad. You can have a non-stun halal slaughter. That's fine too. Or you can have, I don't even know what goes on with a kosher slaughter, but I'm assuming it's not the same as our slaughter. Otherwise, we wouldn't call it kosher slaughter. So in my mind, if we have laws based on whatever they're based on, they shouldn't bend whether or not that person is Muslim or not. And so this left thing, what happened in Iran is the left helped overthrow the Shah. And then the Islamic Brotherhood or Muslim Brotherhood, whatever they called, you know, weak perverts in robes, those people, they then turned on the left. And if it wasn't so deadly for all of us, I would be ecstatic about that. But what is going to happen is the left are going to create more and more openings for an extreme Islam that other Islamic countries won't allow in. You know, if you talk to the Saudis or the United Arab Emirates, they don't allow the sort of people that we allow here. Like, I don't think their Islam is any good either, but their Islam isn't invited. Like, you have a highly educated population, right, which probably has Islam and uses it to their benefit. I don't think any country is improved by Islam. In fact, I think it is a death cult. But you have countries where there are educated people, rich countries, and then you have dirt poor shitholes. And when you have the mix of dirt poor, uneducated people and an ideology like Islam, that is not a collective of people that you want to be inviting into your country where you have rules and a society and a culture that doesn't think it's all right to rape little girls and boys. That's just not what you want. So anyway, I think the same as with transgenderism, I think we really ought to be looking at what we are teaching children in schools. And I think Islam should be taught as if it's something that happens over there. And I don't really care how that makes anyone feel. But I think that's what we need to start doing. It's an ideology that exists over there in another country, or over there, and it's not the same as Christianity. These are the fundamental principles of Islam. You can teach it like it's a something, but not as if It's a belief system that anyone should consider with any sort of seriousness at all. And we should all be fair warned. In a few weeks, I shall be making myself very busy in council meetings across the country, saying what I think about this stuff. So join me, or help me and get a Turf Miss t-shirt, because that's the only way we're going to do any of this. Anyway, if you can, keep holding your nerve and talk about the things that need to be talked about, then I promise we will win. If you can obey the law and report everyone that you absolutely so desire for not obeying the law, making ourselves busy, doing the things that trans activists have been doing to us for a long, long time. Every time you think look, at the moment they keep talking about Islamophobia. So I think every time you think that somebody is treating you badly on the basis of them thinking that you're a Christian, I think you need to start reporting that to the police as well. I think we need to get busy being Karens. That's what we need to do. Like, be more Karen. Wear a Turf Miss t-shirt. If you can do that, I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Well, because I never lose.